Good afternoon, welcome to Turbo Tortoise Tech. If you're new here, I'm Reese of the 4-piece variety or Wookie Triple XL. I do apologize for my absenteeism last week. I was extremely sick, but I'm back. And you can't, say you can't keep a good man down. Your boy's right back at it. And this week we are going to be looking at mobile products for those of you who need to do some office on the go, and with continued performance of ESCOM being what it is and load shedding, you're probably going to need a laptop. And I've actually had quite a lot of people that are looking to buy at this point in time. It's that financial year end in Feb and the start of new purchasing now into March. So yeah, I think it's quite a hot topic. And so we are going to be giving you 3 different laptop suggestions for work purposes, some a little bit higher end than others, but you don't want that thing to fail you, or preferably to be actually able to run the spreadsheets and the Outlook and stuff, because things are getting a little bit thirstier these days for resources. I'm also going to make some suggestions for some webcams and then some other wireless headsets and stuff, just so that you can make your work sphere just a little bit better. So starting off with the first of the laptop suggestions, we are going to be looking at this IdeaPad Slim 3 from Lenovo. It unfortunately can't upgrade its RAM, and that's why it's at the bottom of this list, but it does have a 12450H, which is a very sturdy processor for just working. It's 8-core 12 thread, so it's, like I said, got some chops. You are limited to that 8 gig RAM, but it's got a full HD screen. It's got DirectX support with the integrated graphics and stuff, so maybe some light gaming, like very light, but it's got a good Wi-Fi inside of it, and then Type-C output as well. So it's got the data transfer and power delivery and display port all on that Type-C. It's going to have a lot of flexibility in other devices that it can work with, which is going to be a big plus. And I'm just noticing actually right now that it also has a card reader on it. So if you need to upload some images or something from a camera on the go, etc., and really you just want something that can do some basic spreadsheet work and online stuff, web-based interfaces, etc., on the go, this is going to come highly suggested. We've actually got one in the house, one of the very early editions of this, and the thing just doesn't skip a beat, so they are kind of like all reliable. Then if you want something similar but just a little bit more robust, have a look at this HP, this 15S. It's got an 11th gen quad core, but it is the G7, and that was the top model for the 11th gen specification. So the processing power actually will be probably quite similar, but 12 gig RAM, and you can upgrade, as you can see over here, to a bit more of a robust setup. But 12 gig RAM should be fine with 512 gig NVMe on this as well. Also the same full HD, basically almost exactly the same setup. It's just got a little bit better in like each case, and then you've got the same sort of things with the Type-C and with a card reader and such on the side. So same but different, but still same. And then the last of our suggestions is sort of, working Hulk, and if you're going to do some like Adobe Suite work on the go, and I wouldn't expect to get the absolute most amazing sort of Adobe Suite, like you're not going to run After Effects on this like at blazing speeds, but at 12,999 for what you're getting over here, the main thing is your processor is very robust with a 5600H, and you've got a graphics card as well and a 144Hz IPS display. So you are going to be able to do, like I say, more robust design kind of work, Adobe Photoshop, that kind of stuff on this. And then if you just want a workhorse that is properly powerful and is going to absolutely smash through like massive Excel database kind of files, etc., then this is going to do that without really sweating too much. It's also got the 6500M, so you're going to be able to do some gaming and stuff on the go, especially esports titles. This thing will absolutely crunch through those. And then, like I say, it's got those defaults we want to see with the Type-C on the side. You can do HDMI out on this as well. So, and it's got a pretty good webcam. Like, this is the Super Plus variant of having a working notebook, and you can upgrade it quite a bit. As you can see over here, you can get it with quite a lot more storage. You can upgrade the RAM. It's just going to be a lot more flexible. But where things aren't flexible, like the processor and the graphics card, you're very covered, especially in a work sphere. This is going to be nicely overkill. And in general, I would say getting something like this is a little bit better, because if it lasts you another year, So say the other laptops last you 3 years. If this lasts you 4 years, it's actually cheaper as a cost of ownership argument, a capex argument. It's just way better for this laptop. Then some cool additions that you might want to consider, one of them being this AOC. I've just done a review on this and it was exceptionally cool. It gives you a full HD proper IPS screen as a secondary, and we know with dual monitor setup it does improve your workflow considerably when you can see something on the side and copy it and paste onto, you know, the main screen that you've got on this side, or if you've got a design something that you're trying to emulate off of that side, it will be invaluable. As you can see, that's kind of the idea with the monitor. But this one is so good because AOC IPS is amongst the best that I've ever tested. It can be used even for design, video editing, and the other functions. And so if you're on the go and you're moving around the country a lot and you have to work on different sites in different areas, this is a no-brainer because of the size and because it's completely powered off the USB Type-C. If it isn't compatible for power and display on the Type-C, it does have a secondary input on it as well. So you can power it from an external source. Basically any Type-C to display, or you'll be able to use it with like converters, Type-C to HDMI or something like that as well. So it's just a really nice to have. It is a little bit more expensive, but that's what you're paying for the mobility. Then if you need a slightly better webcam, this HP 320 is a bit of a no-brainer. It's just got a much wider lens than usual and it's full HD. It does run at 30 FPS at full HD, but if you're using it just so people can see and hear you, you're not going to be trying to get like a face cam performance like I am, where I'm making content with it. So if you just need to use it for just a bit of a better picture and a better response to low light environments, I've also done a review on this, so I'll pop it out over here for you. Then for amounts, the Logitech M171 wireless is a great option. It does take, I think, a AAA, but I've actually bought one of these for my mom like 3-4 years ago now, and she's still using it to the day, and we've changed the battery maybe once in that time. The build quality on this is fantastic. It's nice and small, so it's going to be able to fit in your backpack and go along with you on that mobility lifestyle. And then finally, if you want people to be able to hear you better and for you to be able to hear them better and have some privacy as well while doing it, get a set of Bluetooth headsets, because all of these laptops have Bluetooth built in, and then this has a microphone, a jawbone microphone, so it's much closer in its pickup radius than the pinhole microphones that you'll often find on the laptops. And this is quite a cheap add at 400 Rand. It charges from the dock as well. It's going to be a part of your Type-C lifestyle because it's a Type-C charging, and like I say, it's Bluetooth, and then you can use it for media and other kinds of things, and keep your conversation obviously private. If you have to work out of a coffee shop or something, obviously people are going to be able to hear you, but at least you won't be as annoying to those around you. You'll be able to use it with your phone as well. So this is just a really, really nice lifestyle product to include. And then, my friends, is your buyer's guide for the week. I have been told that there are Easter specials coming up. I don't know about the launch date just yet, but they are on the horizon, probably in the next 2 weeks or so. So when those launch, we will do a bumper episode where we cover all of that. But we will have 2 reviews out this week as well, as my condition sort of improves, and then we'll get things back on track and back to normal. So until then, I hope you guys stay safe, keep well, and I'll see you on the flip side.